subscribers. Welcome to this wonderful day and a glad day in the month of October. It's been a while, I know, just 2 weeks, right? But then today, it's a phenomenal day for me because a phenomenal day, but a day that I have time to actually, reflect on what's going on in my home country, Nigeria. In the news in the past 2-3 weeks, there've been this youth protest saying hashtag end SARS. I'm also going to use this medium, to create more awareness on why we really need to end SARS in Nigeria. End police brutality. Even if we're looking at that reformation, but at the same time, I'm pleading with the Nigerian government to please listen to the voices of the youth. The voices of the youth are the voices for tomorrow. The youth are asking for a change in a country that, imagine since beginning of this year, 2020, the universities have been shut down, students have had no learning, unemployment rate is rising up daily, we have no roads, corruption is at its peak, and then the rulers that we call ourselves the leaders keep on increasing their remuneration daily and earning so much money to the detriment of people in the society. The health system is down, the educational system is down. I'm asking and I'm requesting that the government listen to the voices of the youth. There's protests going on globally. I'm shooting this video from Vancouver, and there's also going to be a protest in Vancouver this afternoon. Kudos to the youth asking, calling the government, calling our rulers to booking them, calling them to say, what, we need you to create changes in our land, and I'm asking, and I congratulate the youth for taking this, this time, this season to speak up, to raise their voices, and I'm praying that, with everything going on, that at the end of the day, what they're asking for, the 10-point agenda shall be met, and I would like to use this opportunity. Anyone listening to this, if you can fund any of the programs, any of the protests, towards ending police brutality, towards funding the youth in Nigeria to continue what is going on, please do. And you can see today I'm actually close to the woods, but by the barn where my daughter does horseback riding. And I'm going to be talking about one of the novels I spoke about a long time ago, which is Educated by Tara Westerhoff. WestOver. Why am I shooting this video outside? Because this is Tara, who spent so much of her time in the woods. Educated. I'm sure when you see the title Educated, you talk about, maybe you might be thinking about education or what forms of education did Tara expose herself to. But amazingly, Tara did not see the four walls of a school until she turned 17. And by the time she started school from 17 till when she wrote this novel, she had attained her PhD. That's phenomenal. But then you will ask, what did Tara do for 17 years of her life? Tara did more of homeschooling. When I say homeschooling, she worked with her father in the woods, in the forest. Her father was someone who collected scraps. Her father was someone who did not believe in Western education. He believed in the kids learning things from within the forest, within the environment. They dealt with wild horses. They picked up scraps. And I remember there was a time, there was this notion from the father that said, oh, the world was coming to an end. And the dad kept on piling resources. That was, I think, the end of the 1999, before the new millennium, before 2000. And come 2000, everybody was alive. But again, Tara had a brother who was, I won't use the word rebellious, but who felt he needed to learn more about the Western education. And Tara would sneak into her brother's room to read books. And even her mom, amazingly, admire the idea that, you know, Tara picks up a book, and Tara says sometimes she just picks the books and flips through it without even understanding the words and or the pictures in the book, but she just reads through it. But you could see that in her, she was determined to learn. She was determined to become educated. And, you know, reading this, I mean, one thing that resonates with me from this book is that those 17 years of not being in the four walls of a school, but learning from the environment, learning from home, learning the skills her mom had. Her mom was a midwife who was treating her patients using local herbs. That sort of like prompted Tara to go on in life. I mean, between the time Tara started school at 17 until she had a PhD, it was an undulating, topsy-turvy episode. So I would encourage everyone, maybe I should just, although I promised I wasn't going to be reading from the book, but I'm just going to read something, you know. It says, the next day, I drove 40 miles to the nearest bookstore and bought a glossy ACT study guide. I sat on my bed and turned to the mathematics practice test. I scanned the first page. It wasn't that I didn't know how to solve the equations. I didn't recognize the symbols. It was the same on the second page and the third. I took the test to Mother. What's this? I asked. Math, she said. Then where are the numbers? It's algebra. The letters stand in for numbers. How do I do it? Mother fiddled with a pen and paper for several minutes, but she wasn't able to solve any of the first 5 equations. The next day, I drove the same 40 miles, 80 round trip, and returned home with a large algebra textbook. Wow. This is a student. This is a lovely young girl who was determined to go beyond, break every boundaries, break every bonds just to attain the PhD. You know, she is presently a visiting fellow at Harvard University. She returned to Cambridge where she received a PhD in history in 2014. Amazing, amazing, and amazing. So I would, again, you know, encourage all my subscribers. This is a lovely book for you to read. You know, how did someone who did not start school at an early age, which so many of us do, by 2, 3, a lot of kids are shipped off to school, you know, but this is someone who started school at 17 and now a PhD holder. And so from this book, I mean, my next video, it's going to be, I'm sure everyone is like, okay, what book is she going to be talking about? Becoming by Michelle Obama. Becoming by Michelle Obama. So you need to click your subscriber button so that you can get a notification when the button comes in, when the video comes in. And I'm going to quickly show you a video of my daughter horseback riding in her band. You know, she's walking with her horse called Victoria. Yeah, and that's her. So you can see that's the horse. Tara also loved walking with horses. You know, Tara loved walking with horses and riding the horses. If you can see the video. Okay. Take care then, my subscribers, and do have a lovely week ahead. Bye-bye.